You were born for a purpose. Really. And it's very important, if you haven't got a purpose, that you identify that as quick as possible. What are your core values? If you're in business or you're embarking on a new business, then you need to understand what your purpose is. It's so important because your brand needs to communicate those core values. Now, if you've not considered that, it starts today. And I'm going to show you very, very practically, using a bit of science, how this works. You see, your brain, there is billions of neurons in your brain. But in fact, there's 86 billion neurons in your brain, and these communicate with each other. Each time you think, and depending the complexity of what you're thinking will determine what kind of activity is going on up there. And what happens as you think, it's a sequence of events and ultimately helping you to make decisions. So it's really, really important what we put into our brain, that we're reading the right stuff. Because if you put the right stuff in, the right stuff will come out. It's like taking a sponge, a clean new sponge, soaking it into clean water. It's natural, if I squeeze that, clean water will come out. If I put that sponge into dirty water, guess what's going to happen when I wring it out? Exactly, dirty water. So we have to be sensible and make sure that we're reading the right stuff. There's great books out there. I mentioned a couple, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Steve Covey. There's Love is Just Damn Good Business by Steve Farber. Many, many more. And the Bible, which is one of the number 1 books that I read. So it's really important that you put the right stuff in you. See, you've got the freedom of choice. You can choose what you put into your brain. And believe me, what you put into your brain will come out. You see, there's a proverb, it says, whatsoever a man thinks, so he is. So whatever you put into yourself is what you will become. And what you become is what you'll be taking into your business. So I'm here to encourage you. Today, if you've not already done that, start actively seeking out the right kind of stuff to get into that brain and start establishing what your purpose is. And then when you step into your business, you will attract others that want to become part of that very same purpose. There's going to be part 2, and I'm going to take a deeper look at that. But I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you in the plan.